All right, so we're gonna be making this. This is a kind of a video type, but it's gonna be a live stream. I don't really care if there are too many people in here. I don't care if there's 1,000 people in here. I'm just gonna be talking about current wrestling and my thoughts on it because I know I haven't made a thoughts video on overall wrestling in a while. Now I haven't been watching. Now that might be a cause of me thinking it's ass, but the problem I have with wrestling is that it's continuously not good and it's continuously not putting on anything that I would like to watch. I have the ability to watch wrestling. I do. Um, I have ways to watch wrestling. Um, but it's sad that I have abilities to watch wrestling. I have other outcomes and different things to use to watch wrestling, but I don't. Um, if I was watching wrestling a couple years ago, you guys asked me this question a couple years ago. If I thought wrestling was ever going to decline to this point, I would have said no. I would have told you guys 100% no way. Um, I think one of the main problems is that you have these people backstage. A lot of them are marks for themselves. A lot of them are match marks. A lot of them try to get their shit in. Now, I don't know everything about wrestling. I far from it. I don't know what goes on backstage, but the main people who are being featured, most of them are marks. Most of them are people that are very insecure about themselves, one, and they get smoke blown up so far up their ass that they think they're God's they think they're God's gift to the earth. Um I've talked about it before. Look at Becky Lynch. Look at Charlotte. There are so many main factors to why wrestling is shit. And that's my thoughts on it. It's shit. It's continuously it's gone down the fucking drain continuously for the last 5, 6 years. And I get questions sometimes, all the fucking time. Why don't you watch wrestling and blah blah blah? It's because it sucks. There's nothing for me to get invested in. There's nothing for me to look at it as in this is a show I want to watch every week. That's kind of why I've been taking a break from wrestling. But I have a special guest here. I didn't think he was going to come through. It's been a while since we talked. So here is the Destroyer BHB. What's up, man?
Yo, yeah, no, like absolutely. Like wrestling is dead. I literally just made a Twitter post about it. Um, it's sad how you could see reflecting in the community right now. Everybody is outright refusing to post simply because there's nothing to cover, bro. It's fucking dead. Like,
Yeah,
like
I've gotten this question out in the past, and I've gotten it recently. I've had a lot of people kind of were like, "Oh, you've been kind of making videos on different things about wrestling. What's your overall thoughts about wrestling?" And I was telling, I'm telling them now, there's really nothing for me to get invested in this show, and I I don't know what to cover. I've been kind of been taking a break from it. One because I got a new job and I'm gonna be working overnight, so videos are gonna slow. That's for one. But two, I there's really nothing in the show I can get invested in. What I was saying was there's marks backstage. They control the fucking area. You can tell a lot of I know we don't rip on Triple H anymore, but you like a lot of the Triple H favorites like from years ago are still being featured now. So it's almost like and those people don't offer anything to the show. Like, wow, damn, Destructor's here too. Fuck, this could be chaos. Here we go.
Chaos. Ugh.
mm,
What's up?
What's up, dude? It's good to see you.
Uh, Not much. Just bored. And yeah, I don't blame you. Like, what is it enjoyable this show? I don't even watch. Like, bro, I don't even watch this shit anymore. I've canceled my W network like at least a few months ago already. Like, fuck this shit.
Can we also talk about I think I have a video coming out maybe next week about the cult like behavior wrestling fans. And in that video, I mentioned about I know we all like Grizzly Wrestling here, and he's a good dude, but I mentioned in that video, like, it gets so bad that people get doxxed over an opinion over a shitty fucking wrestler on a shitty ass TV show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I will tell everybody on this is on live stream right now. This is on live. You can clip this, put it anywhere. If if I get doxxed or any of my family members get doxxed because of this shit, I'm done. I'll never post again. I will never be on YouTube again. I'll delete all my fucking videos. I'm done. Because I just got a brand new fucking job trying to turn my life around. I am not dealing with this bullshit. All of you, like I like all my like most of the community members here that follow me and I follow them back. They're cool. I don't have anything wrong with them. But you have the psychotic marks that were I've had people like I remember that, the Becky Lynch video we did. There was this guy that commented on my post like 5 fucking times, calling me a virgin and he literally said, "I wish I could hang both of you." He said, "I wish I could hang both of you and you both need to be hit by cars," but he was too much of a pussy to keep his fucking comment up. Here's the thing,
Oh,
if you're gonna post something, keep it up. I don't remove any of my comments unless the only comments I remove are those porn bots that somehow find your way onto your fucking videos. Those are the only comments I delete. If you're gonna fucking say something, please
keep it
keep it
up.
on my channel because I'll screenshot it and expose you because you're a fucking crazy ass mark who's wishing death on me. I mean, Destructor's gotten it plenty of times. I mean, he's more out there than I am, so that's
Well, I
definitely a
mean,
reason there. But
I have my own history of dealing with this shit, like
but
fucking Discord drama, but that's like gay. But mostly like I remember like what was it? My Naomi video. Like I was like doing a VOP show. This happened when I was doing a VOP show, and literally some guy was like, I'm gonna threaten you or some shit. I don't even remember exactly what it says because like YouTube deleted it because YouTube likes to delete comments, even though I make sure to always keep my videos. Hey, all comments are allowed because I want to keep this shit up because it's fucking fun, and plus I can use it for dumb comments. Like, come on, you're giving me material. Like, it's fucking like for God's sakes, even like VWE, like they're when it comes to politics, they're way fucking worse. Like all VW said, what for a Twitter thing he did was that he was neutral towards the Kyle Rittenhouse situation on Twitter. I mean, great, it's not his real opinion, but still, he was saying it was neutral to it. And like, bro, these motherfuckers went ape shit after him. Like, bruh, like it shows how much of these fans are a bunch of cult marks.
BHB, do you have any like stories of like crazy ass fucking fans in your comments? Because I have plenty of them, but I want to hear like since we're all here now, I want to hear some of these stories if you do have any.
Well, I had a dude back in 2019 in my early days where my content wasn't as good as it is now. And he said he said you should get cancer and die. And man, these videos like 30 seconds. They weren't very good. Like, what can you fucking get mad over? And then like a year later, he said he wanted to apologize in my comment section. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then he didn't show up again. I mean, that kind of resolved itself, but at the same time, like if you're fucking threatening to release someone's private intel, their private information about a fake character, probably a bad one, on a fake wrestling show that is dying, that people are actively tuning out, and you clearly can't move. You don't have any incentive to move forward in life, so you're still leeching onto it. If you're doing that, you just shut the fuck up. Just stop using the internet and take a walk outside. Do something with your fucking life. Literally
Yeah, I agree,
trying
man.
to dox someone over criticizing Alexa Bliss or some shit. Not that I did, but I'm saying theoretically, it's retarded. It's like it's fucking demented. The fact that these motherfuckers will literally try to kill you over a fake opinion on a fake character. It's retarded.
I mean, think about it. Like, we're all grown men. We're adults here. We know what things going on. I just got a fucking new job. I'm not trying to have because I know a lot of employers look at people's channels. If you have a YouTube channel, sometimes they won't even fucking hire you. And if I had the opportunity to get a career or be on YouTube and make gay wrestling videos, I'd prefer to go for that career. Okay? I mean, as I said, I do this for fun. I think we all do it for fun, and we also do it to have a place where we can throw our opinions out and people can agree with us. And that was the whole reason I started doing YouTube, was because I was like, yo, like wrestling sucks. Maybe I can add something to it. That was my whole reasoning for it. And I don't the it's okay to like wrestling. Like I don't hate people for liking wrestling. I think that's great that you have something you can like and enjoy. But if you're one of like those psychotic marks that take it way too seriously, like why would you even take it so seriously? It's not like you're the one in the ring. It's not like you're actually in the business doing the fucking moves. So for all those people, man, like for you doing that to fucking Grizzly, he's a young kid. Like that's fucked up. Like that you did that shit to him. And how old he said he was 16, right? Dude, the dude was 16 making really good fucking content, better than fucking JD from New York. And people are fucking coming at him and he got doxxed. Like that's fucked up. And whoever doxed him, you should feel really ashamed of yourself, which I know you don't because you don't have any morals and you don't care. But I don't it's ridiculous that people have to get fucking threatened. Imagine like you're at a football game, right? And you're like fucking saying the other team sucks, and then somebody wants to come up to you and say, "Hey, say another thing about my team, I'll beat the fuck out of you." Dude, we're all there having fun, watching the fucking game. Relax. If you're going to get offended over my opinion, which I know a lot of people do, dude, I've had the same fucking guy in my comments for the last year talking shit about me. If you are so offended by my comments, why are you still on my channel? I don't make videos specifically for you. I make videos for everybody. Hell, shit, you disliking the video gives me more views. So you're the real moron. You would have done better if you just not clicked onto the video to begin with.
Yeah, for real. What the fuck these motherfuckers want? If you guys are literally commenting your dissatisfaction on every video, and it's been like a year now, fuck you doing with your life? Do you only comment
Touch
on
grass.
yeah, for real. Like these people just don't have anything to do. They live on their parents' fucking money because they're unaccomplished dweebs who get offended over every little opinion that contradicts theirs, and not willing to hear on any other opinion. They're intolerant. They're 500 pounds overweight, and they don't
Or is really
shave at all.
skinny.
Disgusting.
You know what my favorite excuse for them is? Like their favorite comeback? It's always like, if you say something, you tell them that like, go touch grass. You know what they'll say? They'll be like, go get a job. When I know half of these people are underage children who shouldn't be fucking on Twitter.
Yeah.
And some of them are really weird people who don't have jobs actually. They spend all day on Twitter and they play video games all day.
Yeah,
Look,
what the
I
fuck
love playing video games as much as the next guy. I love playing video games. Video games is one of my favorite like chill out periods, but I don't play video games all day like a lot of people do. I used to, but I was a kid when I did that. I was around like 17, 16 years old. I used to play video games all the fucking time, but that was when I was a kid. You have grown ass men on Twitter with Becky Lynch profile pictures talking about shit like that you're educated. First of all, you're not educated because you actually like that steaming horse pile of a fucking talent. I can't even call her a talent. I want to call her a fucking
lack thereof of talent. She's a
Yeah.
blank, empty void, and it's
Right.
like
it's
always the people with the worst ones as the ones that come after you, like the Sasha fans, the Naomi fans, the fucking. I saw a Finn Balor fan once trying to kill someone over a shitty opinion. Like you guys,
You gotta
okay,
love that they're like standing the worst fucking talents imaginable. Like it's just and then they wonder why they get made fun of. That's I don't condone bullying, but that's the reason you're getting bullied, because one, you like a shitty talent, and most of your takes are either fucking horrible or cringy as fuck. Like you're trying to do dream booking, but you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I want Finn Balor to beat Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley at the same time. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're doing WWE universe mode in real life.
stupid. I mean, that's all these guys are used to. They're used to sitting down all day, not working, eating fat chips, and playing video games. They literally think that wrestling should be a video game. And what I mean by that is that they're always advocating for just great wrestling matches. You can only find matches. You can't cut a promo against another guy online in a wrestling game. You can only do matches. And because their mind is stimulated just to that wrestling game, their brains orient in the same way that you would expect someone to be playing on the game with. All they want is fucking matches. It's like these fans who are going to come at you for your opinion being wrong. These are the same ones who are ruining wrestling. These are the same fans. Like, bro, remember when Bray Wyatt was given the worst, the overrated, and like 3 different awards and the WON I'm not bringing this up for actual cause. I'm bringing this up because the same fans that are they're gonna shame him and vote him as the worst are now crying when he gets released and begging him to join AEW. What the fuck are these people doing with their lives? They're unintelligent dummies, and they don't have the intelligence to get a fucking job and move forward in life. So they take it out on everybody around them online because they're a piece of garbage. You can't evolve.
My thing is for the underage children, like for the kids that are in high school or middle school, focus on school, man. I'll tell you this. I hate to be that guy, but like you should probably finish high school because if you don't, it's kind of hard to get a fucking job. No, I didn't have trouble, but why are you caring about wrestling so much to the point where you're gonna fucking fail your classes to be on Twitter all day and fucking and I know most of these people disrespect their fucking parents. I guarantee you. They treat their parents like they do on fucking Twitter. Guarantee you that shit.
Man.
And that's fucked up. Like, what's up, Generation Kenny? How are you doing?
I mean, we're not shocked. The problem with like these wrestling fans, it's just more than like, oh, shitty opinions. They get triggered. It's like freaking a weird societal thing. There's like so many layers, so many complicated problems. I've touched on this crap before, like on some videos, like pussification society bullshit. Like I've done this like a lot of times, and I've noticed like after a while, you start to kind of notice like patterns with these like fucking like marks. Like, you ever notice like, okay, high school, not much of a thing. Okay, sure, I was making videos when I was still in high school or some shit, but I was like my last fucking year in high school.
Oh, plus, like, you know what it was, Destructor? You probably didn't put your videos before school. You probably did what you had to do in school, and then when you were done, you fucking did your videos.
That's true.
That's probably the best way to do it. Okay, the problem with these, I changed the stream. I called it the many problems of wrestling fans because that's what we're talking about right now. Is dude, focus on school. Fucking just hang out with your friends. Why are you online all day?
Well,
and of all places, fucking Twitter. You know that's a fucking cesspool. It's a fucking retarded ass cesspool. It's probably just as bad as Instagram.
It depends on what you think is worse. I don't know. I never use Instagram, and I don't plan on doing that because fuck you. I don't care. But like, what I do normally is like, I go through my shitty day at school. I just be like, I'm bored. I sleep, whatever. And then once I'm like done with my day, I'd be like, okay, what am I gonna do today? Either just goof around, play video games because I don't want to go outside and see a bunch of these fucking French fucks and these douchebags. Or I just make a video, and I would make a video on my usual schedule or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing is like, I want to read this this comment from Homelander. It says wrestling fans triggered by wrestling opinions is the same level of people getting triggered by political beliefs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, bro, clap it up for that. That's you hit it right on the money, Homelander. It's good to see you here. I've never seen you
right now. Channel. Right now, I'm a collegiate student. I'm in college. You feel me? And the last thing I need is some angry nerd on my wrestling YouTube channel to get upset about me making
shit, dude. Congratulations! I forgot you were in fucking college. Good shit.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, I'm closing out my grades, and if you think I'm gonna put these non-monetized wrestling videos because I'm 500 subs. If you think I'm gonna put that before the college, that ain't happening. Look, I love making videos. I love seeing everybody being entertained. That's awesome. But at the same time, YouTube is literally just an app. I worked my entire life to get into college, and now that I have it, I'm not letting it slip through my fingers over a channel where people try to dox me over destroying Becky Lynch or Cody Rhodes, or whoever the people claim to like, for God's sake. It's beyond me how these people really can spend all day on social media. I mean, even the human eyes aren't even supposed to do that. After a while, your eyes start to hurt. But it's the fact that they literally have nothing else to do, and they take it out on everybody else around them. That's such a toxic mindset to have.
Yeah, well, I agree with the whole like college thing. Like what I said was I'm starting a job on the 19th, which can pay me very well. And it's for a high profile company. Like they're really well known around the world, but not to brag or anything. I'm just letting everybody know. The problem is, thank you. It's been a while since I actually had a decent job, so I'm actually happy. But besides the point, what a lot of these companies will do is that because I've had jobs for them before. I understand how this shit works. A lot of these companies, what they'll do is if they're offering you a lot of money to work, they're gonna be looking into your like social media and shit. Like they'll require you to give them your social media information so that they can look through your shit. And imagine I give my job my YouTube, right? And they go down scrolling down my comments and they see me. I mean, let's be real. The content I do, it's pretty vulgar. I curse a lot. I get mad. I yell. That's how everybody is. They go into my comments. They see people talking about, oh, you're uneducated and I'm gonna kill you. This. They're gonna look at me and be like, they're either gonna tell me two things. One, you're not getting this job, or two, you want this job. Delete everything. And I'll be real with you. This job's offering a lot of money. If I had to, like what Destroyer said, my videos aren't fucking monetized at all. And even if they were, 100 views ain't gonna be making you shit. No offense. That shit ain't
None of our
making
channels are
you,
really.
Yeah, you have to get to 1,000 to get
yeah,
monetized.
to even make a fucking dollar on YouTube, you have to get about 1,000 to 2,000 views. And to make the I love making videos, but if I'm close to making like $40,000 a year compared to no monetization, I'm gonna go to that fucking shit first.
Yeah.
I don't want my whole life to revolve around YouTube. That's why I took a long ass break, because I was just sick and tired of YouTube. I was sick and tired of, like, I didn't even watch any of your guys' channels. I took a main break. I like quit the YWC for a long ass time. Like, I used to comment on Destructor's channel a lot, and I just went MIA. Just didn't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, from my channel, like, okay, let's say I get monetized today. Bro, like, when the amount of views get all over the place, I'm not going to be making much money. Like, what? My CM Punk Sucks, which at this point has 5,000 views. I might as well round it off. That's like, what?
That's about maybe, let's say your CPM is $2, which it wouldn't be. That's about maybe $8.
That's about anywhere in between 7 to 10 is a real estimate. I mean, dude, literally in December, none of my videos even hit the 200 mark, and I have 565 subs. Like, that is a problem. Okay.
I mean,
I'm not going to be getting money off of this stuff. Like, it's just, look, this YouTube thing is fun and all, but life comes first. That's the most important thing. You set your life straight. And unfortunately, bro, life could be hard. Life could suck. Life could absolutely stink. And I've tried my best to give everybody the great content. But of course, what comes first is your priorities in life. This channel, as much as I like it, is not a main necessity. I don't need it to live and thrive in human life where I work for money, because I'm not getting paid here. As much time as I'm putting into here, I'm not actually making any money from it. And like, I'm not trying to say that I do this for money. I love doing it for people. But like, at the same time, you got to think, you got to be productive with your life. You spend all your life on YouTube talking about wrestling. Because guys, I'm not going to be doing this for 60 years or some shit like that.
It's so on YouTube even lasts 60 years.
I'll be real, Destroyer. I'm surprised I lasted this fucking long. It's almost been about 2 years, and I've like, I agree. I'm not doing this for the rest of my fucking life. I mean, and the problem with our content is, for me and Destructor specifically, we say maybe 400,000 curse words every fucking video. Nobody in a 10-foot pole would ever sponsor our content, and even if we did get monetized, a lot of our videos would be age restricted. So we'd be fucked either way.
Yeah, especially with my channel. Like, some of my, I don't know what it is at YouTube, because like some of my videos, they've been age restricted, even though, like, in the grand scheme of things, they weren't even that bad. AEW sucks. Like, that wasn't that bad. Yeah, there's cursing, but it's whatever. Especially my stupid, like, my goofy ass ear rape carrying cross in a nutshell video. How is that age restricted again? Like, you can barely understand what the fuck I'm saying because I have my mic into my fucking mouth, which is just like yelling out a bunch of nonsense until like singing the Mickey Mouse song. Like, it was meant for like ear rape comedy. Like, bruh, like, I don't know what it is with this shit. Like, for my channel's sake, like, the only fucking video, the only video that will make me any decent money, like at least that's more than like $10, is my stupid JonTron video, because that's only because I have like 19K views somehow. Like, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, another thing that I hate, like, if you're on Twitter and you have WWE in your name, like in your @name, you're a fucking virgin and you're a loser. Just take that shit out.
We're talking to you, real one.
Real one, fucking. There's this one dude called WWE, the Smith. There's fucking
W Talk, fucking what,
Junkie.
Junkie, Gareth, Girl and Sin, E Drone Slayer. It doesn't matter what side it is. You're all fucking like you're all just a bunch of fucking like losers. Okay,
Dude,
like
that's
Yeah.
why I changed my name from People Ruin Wrestling, because literally that's literally terrible. That's a fucking horrible name. Because that pretty much essentially, like, everybody that sees the channel is like, oh, he's a wrestling guy. That's why I said everything is ruined, because, like, if you look at the world, like, a lot of shit is ruined. But also the problem, like, I don't want to be associated with wrestling, because you ever notice when people look at the YWC or the IWC, they automatically assume all of them are virgins and assholes, which, I mean, 90% are there, like 95% are true.
Yeah.
But I'm not an asshole virgin. That's why I'm not named People Ruin Wrestling. Fuck that.
this.
Terrible
Yeah.
name.
Look, if you really want your channel to truly succeed, you need to do something other than that is WWE, because let's be fucking honest, WWE has been dying for years. Like, dude, we're literally in a wrestling company where their major brand is Big E is champion. You understand that? You guys like this company has a ticking time bomb on it. If you want to do something, review something else. That's why I'm doing the top 10 Family Guy episodes that are the worst to end the year, because I don't want to watch this wrestling content. And even still, Family Guy is more mainstream than wrestling, especially at this point in time, and that's sad. But like, you need to distance yourself from wrestling. Not like, oh, don't watch it anymore. That's what I'm saying. Be prepared to talk about something else in your channel, because eventually wrestling's going to do that one move that turns us all away forever.
But
I'm
yeah,
not kidding. We could be loyal. I've been loyal enough to watch all this stuff, even with fucking Becky Lynch, with Big E as champ. Like, ugh. But
this is
eventually, I'm telling you, they're going to do one thing that turns us away from wrestling. And when you do that, you better be able to talk about something else, because you don't want to know. You don't want to be known strictly for a wrestling channel. You got something else to do. But man,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that's why I'm training to be a speed runner, because I'm sick
Sounds
and
fun.
tired. I've it's gonna take a lot of work and all, but it's not really like my biggest fucking thing. But at least it's different. I mean, I take breaks a lot, and I don't really care if I lose subscribers. Like, I don't think any of us care if we lose subscribers, because this isn't like our main way of life.
I lost some subscribers today,
If
so
it
oof.
was like, if I was getting paid fat to be on YouTube, you bet your ass I'm be fucking posting every day. Even if it's a shit post, I'm posting. But I'm not
yeah,
getting paid at all. There's no ads on my videos. None of my videos have gotten age restricted. I've only deleted one video, which was the Plana Productions video, which I didn't want to. My literally everybody was like, "Oh, you're that guy that fucking roasted Plana," and I'm like, "That's not what I want to be. I want to be my own person." So that's why I haven't covered like any of the big YouTubers in the community, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's said what they had to say. Like, if I'm saying it, it's just gonna be like the same shit, and then everybody's like, "Oh well, people said this already." I mean, that's true. I'm not gonna fucking. I'm not gonna, like, the only video I've ever done that like rehashed the different shit was the Becky Lynch video, but most of that shit was like me and Destroyer's own thoughts. It wasn't like shit it wasn't shit that everybody's been saying for the last whatever. It was different shit.
it
So
was original, and it's not like. Well, here's the thing with that is, even still, it's like a collab vid, so that's gonna provide some freshness. That's why I'm trying to get more people to collab. We got a VWE collab video in like a week or two. So
Didn't you?
That's a dub.
Didn't you, I don't know if you saw it, but I found it funny. Like, on your community post, like when you posted it, there were a couple people who were like, "Oh, yo, you like carried the fuck out of this bum," and I'm like, "What?" I
I
started
didn't do
laughing.
that. I told them, like, bro, it was pretty much even. Like, okay, well, okay, even if you want to argue that, you don't need to say it, for God's sake. Like,
I mean, the
jeez.
thing was, like, a lot of those reasons, I was, as we were doing the video, I was like coming up with those own reasons. But like, it's a collab. There has to be equal talking. You like, it wouldn't be a collab if I was just talking the entire time.
Yeah,
So
like, you
I
had to
like
give me some of
like
the talk, because it's like, if they want to hear any part of your channel or any part of you talking, to check out one of your, not to be offensive at all, but like, this is a bit of freshness considering you're introducing someone else. So usually you got to let them talk for just about as much as you do, and like, therefore the content should be even. You feel me?
Yeah,
But
like that.
nah,
That's why I would talk about the reason for like a couple, like, 30 to 40 seconds, and then I would switch it over to you, because I can't talk for the like 5 minutes and then just like, because it wouldn't be a collab video. I might as well just done it my fucking self.
exactly.
So
Definitely. There's a reason why every collab video I do, whether it be with BHB or TW Booty Hunter or whoever I collab with in the future, I always I start talking for a bit, blah blah blah, and then I just say, insert YouTuber here, like take it away with some shit, like giving you the spotlight, like just that's what I pretty much do, and it's just like I have to give this advice to like all you motherfucking like wrestling YouTubers. When wrestling does become to the point where it's like it's dead, like you freaking like VHB's doing with Family Guy or some shit, like talking about cartoons and everything's ruined doing like speed runs. You better be prepared to do some other shit. Like I already got like fucking music and I guess I might as well talk about politics when fucking sooner or later because I've already roasted no bullshit and I'm gonna roast the quartering at the end of the month. So I might as well just talk like music and politics at fucking once that shit's done because I don't got gaming editing skills there, John, but still
shit,
like
my first run is coming up next week. Like my
oh,
first official run. I think I can get sub 3 hours in my game. That's very impressive for like it's gonna be glitchless. There's no glitches. I don't know how to do any of that fucking shit. I just know how to play the fucking game fast, and that's how I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna start posting those. And because I did 2 test live streams last time. I'm using OBS to actually go live with videos, like for gaming. Like if you ever want to record gaming videos, I would use OBS because you can get like 200 frames a second, no lag. It's all audio's perfect. It's awesome, man. Yeah, like,
okay.
dude, when wrestling dies, I'm literally not gonna be making wrestling videos anymore. I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna do other shit. Like, I don't even like that. That's why I admire people for doing shit, and doing other things in wrestling videos because wrestling is it's dead. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. It's been fucking dead for how long? Fucking 10 years, I guess. It's fucking
That,
ridiculous.
Well, I think wrestling's been at the dog shit toilet ever since, honestly, from 2019. Because, like, okay, the ratings weren't great before then, but they were at least like at least you can say they were decent ratings, and they were still better than like new generation era ratings. But once like that whole Becky Lynch shit came up, you noticed that ratings started going to tank mode, and it hasn't really recovered since. Really, like you can say other bullshit excuses, but it's the truth. Like, but it's the truth. It was the Becky Lynch bullshit in 2019, and now it's at the point where it's like there's no point. Like fuck. Like that's just the reality of it. There's a reason why I'm like, yeah, when I know wrestling's gonna be done with, which I managed to figure this out since day one. I'm like, well, review music because I love talking about music and roasting it and or praising it or being critical or something. That's just the reality of it. But yeah, if I can figure out to get that OBS shit or whatever, I could probably do some like gameplay reviews because I've always had a fondness for gaming reviews.
Yeah, it's
That
easy, dude. I could literally like record a video and send it to you on like how to set this shit up. It took me like 5 minutes at most. The only thing you got to do is like if you're gonna do like gameplays and you want to talk over it, you got to set up your mic manually and all that shit. But if you're just doing straight up gameplay for footage, you don't even have to do any of that shit. It's really fucking easy. I was gonna use that other fucking app. I forgot what it's called, but some reason it doesn't work. OBS works very well. It's fucking great. The
I don't know,
casuals are out while stands are getting in since Becky Lynch came. Yeah, dude, you're
pretty
spitting
much.
facts, man.
I mean, it's more than Becky Lynch, but she's a big like reason for it. I know like a lot of people like Roman, and I do kind of like him myself. But it's mostly shit that's like Becky Lynch, Roman Reigns, like John Cena, Seth Rollins, The New Day, like fucking. There's a lot of wrestlers you can say, oh, they were responsible for the bullshit. It's not just one person. Like Becky Lynch is what I would call the final bullet, like the final nail in the coffin, really. But there was a bunch of bullets beforehand. It was like, remember Cena Orton? Yeah, that fucking was gonna help you kill wrestling.
The 918 matches that they had in 2009. Oh my fucking god!
I love how people were like, I remember people were telling me that was the glory days, and it was like, bro, how
Those
is
were
seeing
No,
good.
it wasn't,
how is seeing the same match like 85,000 times in the same year? Like they would fight every single week.
bro. Literally,
And
Kane
it was not
versus
even good.
Khali felt more fresh. Seriously,
And plus, not to mention, there was never one good John Cena versus Randy Orton match. Don't at
actually,
me
there
with
are
that.
several.
No, none of their matches when they face
Yes,
against
there
each
was
other.
bragging rights. Bragging rights was pretty good.
No, bragging rights sucked. Fucking all the
Hell.
matches that involve John Cena versus Randy Orton is dog shit. Like,
Hell.
it's the one feud that should just
Eat it.
no, never. Like fucking, I honestly would rather watch, I don't know, Batista face a lumbering Great Khali than ever watch a Cena Orton match. That's a fucking awful.
Bruh.
I can't stand that fucking
Mid.
funeral matches. That's like they're all the fucking same shit. Like, okay, it was fine the first time they did in like 07. It's like whatever. I mean, it wasn't great, but fuck, it was the first time. It's like whatever. But once you see it over and over again, it gets to the point where it's like, no, they fucking all suck. Like, get out of here. Like, that's the reality of it. I mean, you're not necessarily wrong, but the ratings were already going down even when Batista was there, ever since like 07, really. By the time Batista left, the ratings were, well, they were at least, you know, they didn't go like massively down, but they were fine. Like, in fact, there was little peaks and valleys and shit. Like, especially like during the road to WrestleMania of like 27, like it was getting like respectable ratings for a while, and even after that, it's just when CM Punk came in, that's when you really notice, oh, Batista should really come back.
Oh, it's funny, like for all those people that said, and for all those marks that continue to say that CM Punk was treated unfairly in WWE, are you fucking blind? And did you even watch the show? Like, bro, he had a 400-day title fucking reign, which was the longest of all, like modern era before Lesnar broke it,
And
Roman, which is they both deserve it way more than Punk. He was given so many opportunities, and in every opportunity to be the guy, he failed. So, what are you supposed to do with a guy like that? He's essentially a dude that just shows up to work and does nothing at all. You know, and like, would you rather have a guy who shows up and does nothing, or would you rather have a guy who works really hard and is proven to do shit for your company? I'd rather have that guy instead of somebody who just shows up and does nothing. Like, that's like me coming to my job, doing nothing, and then wondering and acting clueless at how I got fired. Dude, this is the real world. You don't do your job, you get fired. So I don't know why fans are outraged. Like with the Bray Wyatt situation, y'all were turning on him when Meltzer said he had worst gimmick of the year, but then when he gets released, he was treated unfairly, and I really liked his work. No, you didn't. You only fucking turned on it because that was the popular trend at the point. That's what these fans do. They follow the popular trend, even though they don't fucking agree with the trend themselves. If you don't
that's
agree
with
with
every
it,
wrestler.
why are you following it? You care so much to be relevant. Like, I had some dude who had like 500 followers at me and be like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Just because you have 500 followers, you think you're relevant? None of your followers know who really you are. Nobody knows who you are, dude.
Exactly.
Fuck out of here. You're not fucking relevant because you're Twitter famous. Like that dude Black Mass. He has like 6K followers. Dude, you're not famous. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. You're standing a terrible fucking wrestler, and you're getting mad because Cody buried him. Bro, it's a fake ass TV show, fake ass competitors. Nothing really is on the line. There's no storyline. Why are you crying like a little bitch?
Yeah, and besides,
Because
how
he's a
the fuck
mark.
are you not used to Cody Rhodes burying people? Isn't that what he fucking does?
Exactly. Plus, not to mention, okay, if you're let's say you're a Twitter famous, like if you have a YouTube channel, I'm looking at you, real one, you fucking cocksucker. Like if you were like Twitter famous, if like then you would be like translating to YouTube success because real one, okay, like he has like a decent amount of followers. Like he actually has like what 10K followers last time I checked. I don't fucking remember, but like he's someone that's like, you know, he would have had YouTube success, and mostly has like 1,000 something subs, but he barely gets any views. That should tell you that, you know, Twitter doesn't equal to like all the shit like YouTube. Like just because you're like have some popularity in Twitter doesn't mean jack. Like what I pretty much have what just barely like half of my like in Twitter followers is like the equivalent of my subscribers. Like that's about it.
What about Ryback? Did he have a chance at possibly being? Yeah, he did at one point, but now he's not worth anything. Now he can't offer anything to your
Yeah,
show.
cuck. Man,
He's a
saying
cuck.
stupid shit.
Like back in like what was it, 2014 or whatever? He was actually over for 2013, 2014. Whenever he was like over with those chants, he was over.
2012,
But
2013.
yeah, 2012, 2013. But they didn't pull the trigger on him. You know, to go to that. He had potential. He could have been something, but he ended up not being anything, and he's not worth anything now. He has a better
Especially
chance. He has a better chance at making money. I just keep doing his fucking podcast, dude. Just fuck wrestling, dude. You can't offer anything to wrestling.
does he
Anyway.
really do a podcast? I thought he just does stupid like live streams and like
Well,
YouTube
well,
videos.
I assume it's
Eating
like
chips for God's sake.
well, I
He
mean,
just does a channel, and he has like about a couple 100K subs, so he's doing all right.
no
I
offense,
mean,
him eating chips is more entertaining than watching like some random flippity flip match.
Oh wait,
at least it's funny to look at his face.
You mean Humberto Carrillo versus Angel Garza on main event? You mean that's
Oh
not
my
entertaining?
god, I can't
You mean
believe
it's
I
not
missed that
fun?
match. I'm gonna go on demand and watch it right now.
Fuck
Said
you, bro,
nobody.
you heathen.
Nerds, but I don't know. With Ryback, it's basically CM Punk and then Cena put the final touches in his coffin, and that's it. And after that, like, sure, he was still like some, like, at least over still to an extent, but by that point, no one cared about him like fucking like people used to. Like, fucking, that's the reality of it. But well, that's freaking wrestling for you. But Wilson, great comment. Said Raven said in an interview, as soon as the internet fans, stress the ship, we knew it was the end. Thus, the internet fan age has begun. I mean,
Yes, sir.
Raven's a smart guy. Like, fucking, he knows what he's talking about. He's probably one of the most intelligent wrestling business minds ever. I would love to have a conversation with him on wrestling, like, just to see I can learn so much from him. Like, come on. I swear I need to do a Raven good for us, and the man was underrated. Like, real gem there.
Yeah. 95-time hardcore champion or whatever the fuck.
ECW legend. ECW
Yeah.
legend had freaking great feuds with like freaking Tommy Dreamer out of all people, and like RVD and like all those guys. Like, the dude was probably the best mic talker in ECW.
Yeah, he was one of the top 3 talents in ECW without
Well,
any.
yeah,
without
because with
question.
ECW being ECW, you were just expecting a lot of guys to be doing cool shit like Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Mike Awesome, Taz, even fucking Super Crazy to an extent. They were doing like crazy cool
Sandman.
moves and shit. Yeah, Sandman. Their job was to do crazy cool moves. So Raven being good like he was in the mic and shit, and having a mind for the business, and it didn't necessarily involve smashing his head into chairs all the time. He used his charisma to stick out of you. It was usually just a hardcore like wrestling type venue. It was strictly mainly just a hardcore wrestling type. So I think he was able to stick out in his own way. That's cool. It was cool for him to do that. I think he good. He got something to offer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, okay, like why he became like such a jobber. Like, it baffles my mind. Like imagine, like, okay, if he was in the Attitude Era or some shit, like, fucking, you can imagine like the great feats you could have had with like Steve Austin. Now that would have been like interesting to watch. Like, just like these captivating like performers, like, doing like a feud, like that's money right there. Like, it's just something you don't see, but that's life. But yeah, Raven, he just has a smart mind for the business, and just like, it's like, it just baffles me that people don't really like listen to the guy more. Like, I swear to God, Raven can probably start up his own wrestling company and do whatever the hell he wants with it. He probably can do that. He'd be better than fucking whoever's doing this shit now in WWE and AEW.
Well,
Even though the guy's like, what, 60 something.
Didn't he used to book like WWE side shows like Velocity and Heat? I think he did.
He used to do some work for WWE like in like the early-ish mid-90s stuff, but like he would do this shit in like about 30 minutes to like an hour, and then he had a lot of time on his hands, and he would just watch a bunch of old like wrestling tapes
like
and
what
shit.
he would do is he would book the show and then he would leave.
Yeah, he would just stay around just to watch like the old shit, really, just to pass time, really, because he has that type of mind and shit like that.
Yeah, man. He's got a talent. Could have been used a bit better. Now, granted, the fact that I don't think he necessarily could have become world champion, granted the time Attitude Era with discretion, could have been used. You feel me? Well, he should have just been the guy to win all the hardcore titles.
He was a good mid-carder though, if I'm being real.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, well, that's how it is. But I don't know. It's just these fans. Like, I had to like call these motherfuckers out on their bullshit. Like, doesn't matter what sphere you are. It's just like, bro. Like, even TWP had to do this shit. I know they took down that video because of the audio was like fucking like chippy. Like, to be honest, it was kind of bad, which they realized, and they're gonna
Because
redo?
they're using Haps.
Yeah,
Still,
craps.
Haps
Craps.
You guys
StreamYard
use
is way better.
StreamYard. Use
Haps sucks ass. I couldn't even. It was so
TJ
bad.
uses StreamYard now.
It was so bad that I couldn't even. I couldn't
Yeah,
when I was
TJ
trying to
does.
join their live streams to talk. I couldn't activate my fucking camera or my fucking mic. That's how shitty the fucking website. How is the website in beta, but the app on the phone is even better? How? Like what? Makes no
I
fucking
do-
sense.
because no reason, but still, they're gonna redo it. Even they were like calling out this bullshit. Like, bro, like it gets bad to the point where mostly what they do is just like goofy little live streams and shit. When they have to say, yeah, yo, you fucking guys, you need to stop taking the shit so seriously. It's fucking a fucking men, like, dude, like, bro, like it's one thing to have opinions because like we all disagree on certain shit. That's life, but like it comes to a point where it's like, I'm gonna dox you, I'm gonna block you, like, bro, just like. Can you just
Like,
do us a
I'm
favor
not
and
even
hang
gonna lie to
yourself?
you.
No.
This isn't even wrestling related. I think we should. This is like real life shit. If you get so butthurt that somebody has a different opinion than you, and you take that to heart and you sleep with it and you fucking hate that person because of it, you need that's like some fatherless behavior right there. You need to seek an adult. Really.
That's just some parentless behavior. That's just some freaking like that's like some beta dad fucking like single mom bullshit. Like, bro, it doesn't matter what it is. Like the
Yeah.
problem, I swear to God, like I would make a video about like ranting on parents and shit like that, but it'd probably be a bit ironic coming from me because I ain't gonna be a fucking parent ever in my life, most likely, because I don't want to have children.
That's
And
hilarious.
and also
Don't count yourself out. One night you might be going down on your girl, and then the shit break. You feel me?
yeah. Yeah. Okay, sure. Fucking yeah. I doubt that. I can't stand little kids. I really fucking can't stand them. Like they just drive me insane. Like I have a little brother, and I'm like, no, I can't bother with this shit. Like it's just nah. But fucking who knows? Maybe you are right. Fucking, but I'll wait and see when I'm in my 30s. But like still, like I would make a video like ranting about like the parents and how awful this because I realized one like probably one of the biggest roots of the problem, apart from like the media, obviously, is like people themselves. Like parenting is just like it's non-existent. Like you don't like punish your fucking child. Like you wonder why they grow up to be a bunch of fucking dipshits. I mean, for God's sakes, when people were like going ape shit on Kyle Rittenhouse out of all people just because he actually like used fucking like his right to self-defense. Shit's bad. Like, come on. Like it's just like retarded, really. So like these people, they don't understand. Like they clearly were never loved. Either their father left them, or their mother left them, or their parents suck ass, or whatever reason it is. And I'm like, bro, this is what happens when you
No
fucking
offense. I think one of the biggest issues is that these parents don't want to like monitor what their kids are doing, and then in that tell, it makes the kids look retarded, and it makes the parents look like horrible parents in proxy of that shit. So
exactly. The problem is they don't care. It's like, dude, this is why it's a thing called condoms. And okay, and let's just say the kid is born, like they get the bitch pregnant or whatever. Look, okay, that shit can happen. But like, here's my fucking advice for you people. Okay, freaking like, just get rid of the kid. Or if you really want an abortion, which Jesus Christ. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, if you're not fit to be a parent, if you have a kid, then give it away. Give it for up to adoption. Don't fucking take care of it. It's gonna lead you more stress and bullshit. I'm telling you. Fucking like people like they just don't want to do that because they're all a bunch of like spineless fucking like over compassionate fucking like faggots, okay? Or if you want to take an abortion, which that's like a sin against the Lord Almighty Himself. If you're gonna do that, if you believe in that moral bullshit or whatever, well then do that or some shit. Like just don't. Like for God's sake, for the most of God, just have protection.
Jesus fucking Christ, yo, Destructor, I'm telling you, man.
I'm stating facts.
You see, this is the great thing about Destructor. He speaks facts, but he doesn't give a fuck what he says.
I have to tell exactly how it is. If I don't, I'm just gonna feel like it's just not genuine. I cannot be unblunt. Okay, filter does not exist. Okay, well, unless it's me saying the N word or some shit on for the internet, then I have to because fuck you.
Good shit, Wiggle. Okay, I agree with Wiggle. Wiggles says, "My advice to anyone: if you want how many number of kids, make sure you're financially stable." Yes,
Exactly,
don't fucking
bro.
have kids because you want the sake of sex. Fuck that. Get your life together. Fucking, that's why I don't have a girlfriend anymore. Because like, yo, I can't take care of myself on like a financially way. Why have another person there to just drag me down and want me to do shit that I can't financially do? That's a great fucking advice. Great
Oh yeah,
fucking advice.
definitely.
Do
That's
not
just
allow people to interrupt your grind in life. Your grind is what makes you special. If you get a girlfriend and she's dragging you down, get her out. Get her the fuck out of here. She don't mean shit to you. If she's bad for your health and bad for your mental state, you don't have to be
leave.
nice. Just get the hell out of there. Feel me?
Just
Yeah.
just freaking yeah, don't bother with that. Like it's not simple. Like I said this in my relationships video. Like for God's sakes, like let the woman come to you. Just be yourself. You don't need to be like a fucking alpha male, like whatever pill bullshit. Because that's all fucking to me. I think it's all fucking retarded. In my opinion, like just be yourself and just be like a decent enough human being, and don't look like you just came out of the basement. Just look like a normal human being, and let the bitch come to you if you're a guy. Like that's it. That's all you fucking need to do, and limit yourself on like the internet for porn. Like if you want to have a relationship, I suggest doing this: an hour a day, no internet, just an hour a day. Just fucking take a walk. Just go to like the mall or some
Go touch
shit,
some
or
grass. Go out in your front
touch
yard, touch
grass.
grass, and remember that like life isn't revolved around everything that's on the internet.
Just do something. Just freaking just let your thoughts come in. Like fucking, it's really that simple. I probably would start doing that if I can get myself motivated for it. But since it's winter, I'm like, I don't want to go outside during winter because it's gay. Because where I live, winter is. I want to kill myself. Just give me bleach.
Jeez.
Oh
Well,
my
all
god.
right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed early because I'm gonna go to college. It's fucking 11 a.m. tomorrow. So, peace out
Uh,
and have a good night,
Yeah,
boys.
dude. I'm not gonna
Becky
lie.
Lynch.
Fuck. I'm actually
Fuck
gonna
bigger
leave it.
than.
I'm gonna end it here. But
Sex is
yeah,
shallow and love is problematic. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, fucking like, the only way I'll ever freaking get laid is if like it's both mutual. If it's not, then I'm not doing that because I don't got time for that shit.
yeah, I got you. But yeah, I want to thank everybody who showed up. I have to end this early as well because I have places to be tomorrow. I want to thank Destructor and Destroyer for showing up. Thanks for everybody being here.
And
And
subscribe to my channel just so to piss off the people, but just be when
yeah,
I speak the facts,
yeah,
even though I lose.
subscribe to Destructor's channel. And before we go, fuck Becky Lynch.
Fuck that stupid hoe.